I'd like to begin this mediation session by reviewing the process and lay down the ground rules that we will be using today. My name is Bo Stanek, and I will be serving as your mediator today. Can you please introduce yourselves? It's alright for me to refer. Is it okay for me to refer to you guys as your first name?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to start?
Sure. My name is Amanda, and I am a student at Illinois State University.
My name is Sam, and I am a professor at Illinois State of the Effective Communication in the Business World course.
Okay, so the session for today is we're going to attempt to resolve the differences that you two have with each other with the assistance of me, a neutral third party, as your mediator. These agreements are usually more satisfying, and they'll act as a longer lasting method to resolving the issues that you two currently have. I'm here to assist you in communicating with one another in order to achieve, hopefully, a successful resolution to both your disputes. I would like to commend you all for being willing to come to this session. Thank you. I've received formal training as a certified mediator. I have no authority to determine right and wrong in this situation, and I am not acting as any sort of counselor, attorney, or judge. The ground rules that we're going to use today reflect just general common courtesy. I ask that both of you do not interrupt one another when the other is speaking, and that you treat each other politely. No name calling, anything of the sort. If the ground rules are not followed, I will reiterate them, but may end this mediation without notice if one party or the other is disruptive of the other. All parties will be provided with an opportunity to speak to everything I need to know. I will be taking notes. And then I will use these notes to assist you guys come to the conclusion. We're going to explore means for resolving this dispute together. Can we all agree to abide by these ground rules today? Yeah?
Yep.
Are there any other rules that you wish to add, or is there any concerns that you guys have?
No, I think you covered it.
It is possible that today we will have a caucus during the session. For both of these, I will ask one of you to leave the room, and I will question the other. I will speak to both of you, ensure that your discussions will be held in private unless you want them to surface when talking to each other. Everything to discuss today is private. The expectations to this privacy will only be made if we should ever become aware of a felony level criminal behavior or child abuse. Any threats or acts of violence that might take place during the session also require reporting. Finally, information related to this session will also be shared in the event of a lawfully issued subpoena. I remind both of you of this privacy and encourage you to respect each other's privacy as well. During the session, again, I'll reiterate, I'll be taking notes. These notes are for the sole purpose of assisting me and you guys come to a conclusion about your dispute. I will be destroying the notes at the conclusion of this process, and the mediation will not be recorded or transcribed for your privacy. I will also encourage you guys to take notes when other people are speaking, and we have provided pen and paper for you guys to use to be able to do so. We can take as much time as we need today. We can take breaks at the request of either you or you. If we should need more time, another session can be scheduled at your convenience. And before we continue, this mediation has been scheduled for 3:30 to 4 o'clock. Are there any other restrictions that you guys need to be aware of, or are we good to go?
Good to go. No, I don't have any time restrictions.
Okay, so can we start with you, Amanda, on why you're here, what concerns you have?
Sure. So I called this mediation today because of a grade that I received on my presentation for my business class. I got a B+, but I really think that I deserve an A. I asked Professor Sam the reason for my grade, and she said it's because my accent is too thick. And I know I'm from Wisconsin, but I really don't think I need to take extra language classes just to fit in at Illinois State, or to sound more professional to improve my grade. I would like Professor Sam to raise my grade and to apologize for her frankly rude behavior. Otherwise, I will be filing a formal grievance for, if it comes to it, a lawsuit.
Okay. Sam?
Well, I have been teaching this class for 15 years. And the idea behind this class is I just want to prepare everyone who's in it to be able to compete in the cutthroat business world that we live in. And I have spoken to Amanda about her accent before, and I feel like she has ignored what I've had to say. I just think it can be very distracting in business meetings. So since I feel like my prior requests have been ignored, I gave her the grade I felt that she deserved, because I think that it's something that she does need to be aware will have consequences in the business world.
Okay. Well, if you guys don't mind, we're going to go ahead and start a caucus. I want to gather some information and notes from the both of you to further the cause of coming to a conclusion that hopefully both of you guys can be appreciative of. So, Sam, if you want to step out for a moment. So, Amanda, it seems like you're really upset about the grade that you received based on your accent. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I'm definitely upset about receiving a B plus after hearing that my presentation was so good just because of my accent. I'm really proud of my heritage, and I don't think that should have impacted my grade at all. I know that Professor Sam's asked me to take vocal lessons before, and that's something that I would be willing to do in the future, but it's just not something that I can afford right now on a student budget. And I really don't want to have to do my presentation over again just because of my accent. So that's something I'm not willing to do because I did it so well the first time.
Okay. So you took heed of the vocal lessons, and you state that you can't because of financial reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Are there any other possible alternatives that you'd possibly look towards?
No, I don't think so. Again, like I don't want to redo my presentation. I'd be willing to do the vocal lessons, and then I really just want my grade changed ultimately because I think I deserve the A.
Okay. Well, thank you for expressing your concern there. If you don't mind leaving, go ahead and send Sam back in.
Sure. Hello.
Hi. So you seem fairly upset that the student hasn't really taken your advice. Could you explain why you gave that advice, why you possibly recommended that avenue?
Yeah, so Amanda has always been a phenomenal student. I think she shows a lot of promise. She's obviously very intelligent, and her presentation was phenomenal. And however, I just think that she needs to realize that her accent can negatively impact business meetings and can potentially be a distraction in them. So it was something that I really wanted her to work on. And I was a little upset that she didn't seem to take my feedback seriously. So I wanted to show her that there are going to be consequences for something like that. I'm hoping that she'll take me more seriously in the future. That's why I kind of decided to go with the B plus instead of the A. If she agrees to take the lessons, I could try and get my department to pay for them. I would just really like to see her taking my advice seriously. I've been working here for 15 years, and I think I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So that'll conclude the caucus. So Amanda, if you want to come back in. So, based on the information and notes that I've taken, and stuff that you guys have told me, I just want to go over a few of the core issues that you guys are experiencing right now, and hopefully that can set it up for moving on with this process. You clearly have great respect for Amanda. You think she's a phenomenal student, but the basis of the accent is what's keeping you from getting the A. And you believe that you rightfully deserve the A because of the amount of work that you put in. However, there is the common ground of you seem to have, you respect your professor, you expressed that you couldn't find the means to take these lessons. However, you did say that you could check with the department to see if the lessons could get covered, correct?
Yes.
So, based on that and those core issues, hopefully we can move forward and come to an agreement. So, unfortunately, we have reached our time limit for today, and we'll pick this up again at your guys' convenience.
Thank you.
Thank you.